the
off season preview
with your actually wait 23rd installation for the nation with your Dallas
Mavericks.
Bow. Ooh, when was the last time this team was relevant?
I'm talking Dirk Nowitzki. When they won the championship in 2011.
They
Was it
they've had
2011?
some good teams. Yeah, they had some. Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
They had some good. They've had some good teams.
Yeah, but that's only 10 years ago, though. Oh, Lord,
only 10 years ago.
Yeah, but what I mean is, in terms of like some of the other teams we discussed, a championship in the last 10 years is pretty relevant.
100%. Yeah, they've had good teams. Even the Luka Doncic team it's been good. Who's some players? They haven't ever really had like crazy. It's actually been a like one-man superstar team, isn't it?
It's more of like just a overall 30 team, innit?
They had what, Jason Terry. They had Jason Kidd.
Jason Terry with the headband.
Josh Howard in that 06 one. Who won Vince Carter for a little bit?
Yeah, they did have Vince Carter. They did.
Who they had that's been like a second? Mostly been just Dirk and
It was Dirk and Sean Marion.
That's Matrix. Yeah, he was a 30 little player. Another player that he'll translate so nicely to today's NBA, bro. That little weird.
Yeah, he had the maddest shooting technique, didn't he? Yeah, we said, Lord knows we used to take the mick out of that when we were shooting in the gym. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Bring it back to today, and they have kind of something similar. Obviously, not a big man, but they've got their superstar. Who's their best player?
Luka Doncic.
Real deal.
He's not just their best player; he's one of the best players in the whole league.
It'd be hate if you said otherwise. To be honest with you, he's up there. He's proven himself, and he's one of the guys. Is he your guy to watch?
No, he's not my guy to watch. He's not my guy to watch. You know who I'm watching? I'm watching the other European talent on that team. Kristaps Porzingis.
Unicorn. Actually, hasn't been a unicorn.
That's more of a shark, innit?
He hasn't been a unicorn.
No, he hasn't. Actually, no. Actually, he's been more of a unicorn. He's been a myth. Man ain't really been there. Take on those deep levels over here on the D&D Plus channel.
He's my guy. He's my guy to watch as well because it's needed for this. When you look at this roster, I'm not saying it's like a horrible roster. They got solid players, but for the team to take the next step, we need to see Kristaps of old. We need to see that next
of old, bro. This guy's only 26 years old.
Time goes so fast when you're having fun.
But the thing is, yeah, that's why he's my guy to watch, because you can be 26 and he can play in the league till he's like, let's just say 32.
Yeah.
That's another 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In 6 years, you can madly increase your talent if you put the work in. And I feel like this is not a make or break, which is a phrase we like to use a lot when we're talking about players on this channel, but like it's an important step towards that. If nothing happens this year, I won't be watching it next year. If when we do the 22-23 off-season preview, I won't be watching it. Plus, would he even be on the Dallas Mavericks next year if he don't perform this year?
I have faith in Kristaps. I think with
I have faith.
I think with them bringing Jason Kidd on board, and he's that kind of, I feel like he's the type of coach that's like, he not like he likes to push you back. Actually, he does like to push the boundaries. Remember the time he dropped water on the court to get like another timeout? Remember when he was at Brooklyn, coaching Brooklyn? He barged into one of the players who dropped water on the court.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Secretly,
that's a bit snaky and a bit sneaky.
Well, he's a savvy guy, and I feel like him being a player's coach as well. I think he must know coming into that situation. In order for them to thrive, they have to get the best out of Kristaps. So I'm banking on him having a really good season this year. But I think that leads into my hot take. Which is,
wait, before you get into your hot take, I've got a secondary player to watch.
Who, Clumsy? Who?
You want me to tell you who? I'll tell you who. It's the Moses Brown, former OKC guy. I was a fan of his. Come up from the G League. He had a 30 few games for OKC.
He's a center, right?
Yeah. Obviously he's been traded, but as OKC, we're family. Baby. So I'm watching out for him. I'm watching out for the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, that's what I wanted to mention. I just wanted to mention it for the OKC man then.
What I wanted to say for a hot take for this team is very similar to that Portland team, unless Kristaps comes back. Luka Doncic, hope you've been doing your deadlifts in the off season. You'll be carrying this team. You'll be carrying this team.
Man come through like a gladiator with his back, looking like a Hercules.
not to obviously Kristaps is to be decided. Tim Hardaway Jr. we know.
To tell you what, Tim Hardaway Jr. got his bag. So let's just see if he wanted his bag and now he's gonna chill or he's gonna still come through.
Yeah, no, they've got like their, so to say, big three, but he's the biggest part of that.
Yeah.
So I hope he's worked on his back because he's gonna be carrying this team.
But the thing is, it's similar to the thing that you said about the Portland thing. This team is pretty much close to being what Portland are for Damian Lillard. Is that until someone steps up, this team will always be the same. The same how Portland are very predictable. You know Dame's gonna have a 30 season, but they're not gonna get close to contention. Same as Dallas. Luka can have a 30 season. Obviously, that's gonna carry you so far, but it can only take you so far. It can't take you to the promised land. So someone stand up.
Stand up.
Gets a seed in. With that, playoffs. We've got 7th to 10th seed, and it's when you watch these videos, it's like there's certain seeds that we actually probably haven't even mentioned. Do you know what I mean? Like we're doing ranges because we're looking at the standings. We're saying, can this team beat this team? Yes. If it's like a maybe not, then we don't count it as like a position. So that's why it can seem like some teams have similar, because there is similar teams in the league. But look out for a video in the future of we're gonna predict the whole standings of Western Conference, Eastern Conference. But 7th to 10th seed. Anyway, to answer your question, 7th to that was mad. 7th to 10th seeding, innit? That was the extended edition answer.
But at least it's 100% playing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we expect them in the postseason.
99.9%. I don't like to guarantee anything.
And then I think Dallas is a team that they're one of the teams that we need them firing on all cylinders, get into the playing tournaments, all the playoffs. Then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah. What happens with any team, but they could take advantage. They're one of them teams that
I say they get out the first round, possibly second round, or.
And 1 second, let's just say something quickly. Luka Doncic last year in the
playoffs.
In the playoffs,
he was just magic. Anything he was dashing up was just going in. And he was dishing out bare assists as well.
He looked like, I don't know how to say this right. He looked like he was the only, apart from Kawhi went off. Paul George obviously did his thing, but he looked fine. So he's like he was in a different league in it, like a different league.
You know, like when you watch though. Remember when we used to watch Hoop Mixtape on YouTube? Yeah. And you would see the next person coming through. Oh no, I'm saying like John Wall, for example, because I remember watching this one. Yeah, so you'll see like John Wall highlights on Hoop Mixtape, and you can head and shoulder see he's the best player there. You get what I'm saying? It was like that. It was like that. Yeah,
that's what it was.
But
like,
and to see that in
no edits,
and to see that in the NBA, where everyone's professional and they all would have been the best at some point throughout their career is mad. That shows you when someone's mad.
Not to mention, this guy is literally only 3-4 seasons in. Oh, it's not like he's been in the league for time. He's actually got so much room for improvement. So shout out to Luka, obviously. Gotta give the Don his props. Off-season transactions.
The Don, is that a pun or?
Huh?
Luka the Don Titch. Tumbleweed! Damn!
Tumbleweed. Hey, off-season transactions.
Moses Brown. Okay, see Donny, that's it.
No, they got. I know you're gonna get at me, but they did get Sterling Brown. I think they got Reggie Bullock from New York Knicks.
Let me know when you want to record the thing in
it. No game changers on there. The only one to know really and truly, we're talking Jason Kidd. coming on board, Rick Carlisle leaving. So the Dallas we've known for the past few, the Dallas we've known for ages, because Rick Carlisle's been like furniture there, bro. Like, it's a different time in different season in the Mavericks. New coach, new system. So what we actually is it's actually going to be refreshing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we haven't even asked the question.
Right.
Ask me the question.
Is this going to be a league pass team?
You know what I'm going to say? I'm saying we monsieur. Yes, it is. For those of you that don't speak French.
Oh, if Chris Sapps comes on board properly,
it's a dangerous team.
Dangerous. We can revise that season a little bit. But
oh
now,
yeah.
Just because we don't know, like.
Yeah. They got their first pick, but they got their own pick. They don't mean nothing. They ain't tanking or nothing like that. They'll just get whatever they get. They'll get in there. And then I also want to mention, and we already spoke about Luka, but I'm just gonna call it now. Early D1D plus early doors.
Talk to me.
Potential MVP of the season already. I'm just calling it now. Dallas fans, I know you're agreeing with me. Even other NBA fans, you're watching this, I know you're agreeing with me. In terms of any player that we've discussed in episodes leading up to this, obviously we've discussed a lot. Obviously we spoke about LeBron, Westbrook and that, but in terms of like MVP, Luka is probably number one prospect out of all the teams that we discussed.
If he can get them to a top 4 seed, he's in that team. He's in the only team because he doesn't have. Because Giannis would be someone I'd say he'd be contending with as well for MVP.
Yeah, but we haven't discussed. But that's why I said so far.
The setting is like he's in one of those teams that doesn't have a big three. So even if Chris Sapps does do well, it's kind of seen as more for tandem. But because he's been the guy who's always done well, and his stats go up, I feel like for everyone, for national media looking into it, it will more so look like he's carrying the team still more.
I get what you mean.
Everyone else has more.
As in, he can stay the same. Porzingis can step up, right?
The team does better.
But then, if Porzingis steps up and also Luka improves, it still looks like Luka's carrying the team, as opposed to them doing it together, or with Tim Hardaway in the free as well.
And MVP's always been about like look at who won it last year. It's about like who's the solo guy.
That's what it's about. At the end of the day, you know what it's like. True. At the end of the day, sometimes you don't actually get to choose where you're playing, but yet you can be the best player in the league. That's what the MVP there. It doesn't mean that you have to be on the winning team. Obviously, leading your team to wins is part of being MVP, innit? But you know what I mean, innit? Yeah.
Dallas, I think you guys got a fun, interesting season.
Definitely.
A bit of change, but you've got your player, which is one of the hardest things to grab in there.
Not many teams. There's only a few teams that have a franchise player that isn't reaching the end of his career.
Thank you. He is young, so Dallas, I think you got a potential league pass team. If there's anything we missed out, anything we didn't say, let us know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We will catch you in the next episode of the off-season preview. Peace out. A-Town.